Hello everybody and welcome, I am Brickard Boom, and today we're doing a legendary run, and one that I'm actually kind of surprised I have not done yet, given how many legendary runs I've done in the past. Today, we're going to see if I can beat the game Pokemon FireRed with a single Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh is a really cool Gen 2 legendary bird, though admittedly the fire flying type doesn't come with its own set of drawbacks with a 4 times weakness to rock, a weakness to water, and a weakness to electricity. And I'm sure you guessed it, those are the first 3 gyms that we are going to have to get into. For the rival fight in the lab, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the moveset. We know Whirlwind, and that's it. And while we can learn some decent TM, which thank Arceus given how poor our level up moveset is, right now we have access to nothing. On top of that, the first actual attacking move isn't until level 22 when we finally learn Gust. So, what we have to do is start whirlwinding every wild Pokemon that we can and then struggling our way through the levels. Now, I did fight the rival once or twice at the very beginning of all this, but honestly, the recoil damage that you do to yourself, it's a little bit too much, so we just end up going down anyway. So, I struggle up some levels, and it's about this point that I realize money is not going to be easy to come by this early in the game. So, as much as I won't say that I'd like to keep struggling up my way to victory, because no, that actually sounds awful. We need to go ahead, take down the rival, and then start making our way through Viridian Forest. We're still going to be struggling some, but at least this way we'll be able to get some funds back as we do so. Not many, but something's better than nothing. The rival starts with Pidgey, and we struggle for decent damage to almost half as it uses Sand Attack. We could take it to a Sliver and it uses Tackle, and then we do take it down with more than half HP, which honestly at this stage is kind of a win. As Squirtle comes down, it's more of the same, and we get taken all the way down to 3 HP before managing to barely take it down to win this battle and let us move on. So from there, we go ahead and we start making our way through the forest because we desperately need the funds. Now, ultimately, we don't even try to fight Brock until we get to level 22, and I will not lie to you, after some levels, I do use some rare candies to get the rest of the way there because it is a truly miserable existence just doing struggle fighting. It's definitely possible to do it without this, it just takes an incredibly long amount of time, and unfortunately, I do not have that kind of time to spare, as I'm sure you can tell by the fact that I had to move uploads a day later just to try and give myself a little bit of extra time. So, now that we know Gust, let's go ahead, take on Brock, and see how we do. Geodude goes down to not even half, and it uses Tackle for a bit of damage, but we could take it to Red, then take it down. After that, it's out to Onix, and we're not even doing a third. Rock Tomb is doing some pretty solid damage and lowers our speed, which isn't great, but we do manage to take it to half. Another Rock Tomb hits, and we take it to almost Red, as another Rock Tomb takes us to 6 HP, and now, unfortunately, that our speed is lowered by 3 stages, it outspeeds us and takes us down. We do try this a few times, and we do manage to actually take out the Onix after a couple attempts, and that's only thanks to a crit on our side. It's the only reason that we're able to take it down and go ahead and start moving on. Overall, I do think that it would be possible even without the crit, given the accuracy of Rock Tomb, but I'm not going to complain about a third try victory, especially with us having a 4 times weakness to rock-type moves, though I guess that also just shows how weak Onix is that it took so many attacks for it to actually take us down. Anyway, we can go ahead and move on through the next leg of the game, though we still only have Gust on our side. It's going to be a long time till we have something else that's at least useful, but at least now we have a stab bonus. While we are traveling, and at this time, I'd like to remind you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. The algorithm is very much steadily just trying to destroy us, but liking the video is a good way to make sure that we reach as many Pokemon fans as possible. We're probably going to need to grind out watch hours a few more months, but fingers crossed something pops off into the algorithm one of these days. Now, in the meantime, I want you to remember that the Dome Fossil is the only one that actually matters, so after grabbing that, we go ahead and make our way into Cerulean. Now that we're in Cerulean, though, we do have the option to go ahead and fight Misty. I want to wait on that. Since we still only have Gust, I want to make sure that we at least bulk up a little. So we go to the rival first, and we'll see how we do there. The rival first sends out Pidgeotto, and Gust takes it down to red as it returns the favor with a crit that doesn't do much, and then we can take it down. After a level up, Squirtle comes out, and Gust takes it to yellow as it uses Tail Whip before it goes down. From there, it's out to Abra, who can't do anything, so it just goes down quickly. And then last up is Rattata, and we continue with our wacky, windy, waving... Wait, that's the wrong TV series. Anyway, it goes down, and then that lets us move on to the route ahead. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot that I wrote that joke, and I immediately got tripped up trying to read it. Now, the main reason that I wanted to come up here after clearing out the trainers, of course, is access to a new TM. Being up here lets us get access to the TM Secret Power, a move that changes based on the terrain that you're in. I'm gonna be completely honest, I do not care about the terrain. I'm just happy that we have another move at our disposal, because getting through Rock Tunnel is gonna be a huge struggle for us. But now that we've leveled up and gotten the new move, let's go ahead, we'll pay Misty a visit and see how things go for our Flame Broiled Burb. Misty first sends out Staryu, and we open up with, you guessed it, Gust. And that actually takes it down in one go. Starmie is next, and we take it to about half with Gust as it hits Water Pulse, and then we take it down for a pretty simple victory. I'm not 100% sure if we would have been able to win this with the prior levels, because Misty was still a 2-shot, but either way, we've made some progress, and now we are almost through the hardest part of the game for now. We do have the ship ahead, and I think for the most part, we can go ahead and skip most of the trainers. At the end of the day, poor level up moveset or not, it's still a legendary bird. So what we do is we grab Diglett for cut and dig, and then we head to the ship. We don't worry about too many additional trainers, only the ones locking the items that we need. Basically the ether, and I'm greedy and grab the potion, and then from there we go ahead and fight the rival. The rival has a few Pokemon that are evolved by now, and starts with Pidgeotto. Secret Power hits it for a clean one-shot, and then next out is Wartortle, and we Secret Power it to yellow. But it only sets up withdrawal for some reason, so it goes down next turn. Raticate comes out, and Gust is a one-shot, and then you finally have Kadabra, who is also a one-shot, to win us a pretty simple battle once again. We go ahead, we grab Cut, go to Surge's gym, fighting our way through a trash can puzzle, and then we can go ahead and go fight the main man himself. Surge starts with Voltorb, and we use Gust, taking it to about half as it misses a Screech. We swap the Secret Power and take it down from there. Next out is Pikachu, and we get a critical hit with Secret Power to knock it out. Finally, you have Raichu, and Secret Power takes it to red as Thunder Wave paralyzes us. Surge heals, and we stay paralyzed because why wouldn't we? And Raichu sets up Double Team. We do land our attack next turn though, and that lets us take it down to win the badge. Okay, so from here, we have one more hurdle of difficulty to go before we can finally abandon this flaming dumpster fire of a moveset. We do grab Aerial Ace on the way, and I'm gonna be honest, even with it, the Dark Cave still takes a little while because I don't want to use an Ether or backtrack, so with some proper PP conservation, we do manage to make it through Rock Tunnel and then bust into the next part of the game. Now from here, we're gonna get some definite upgrades. If we want to, which we do, we grab Return. That's just a solid move overall. We also make sure to grab Psychic from Mr. Psychic because Psychic moves are insane game 1. We make sure to grab Flamethrower so that we can actually have a fire move on our side that will get same type attack bonus. And then, like I said, we replaced Gust with Aerial Ace. Now, we have a moveset that is actually worthwhile, so it's time to go ahead and pay Erica a visit. Erica sends out Victory Bell, and we open with Flamethrower, taking it down in one shot. Next out is Tangela, and we continue with our new mixtape, spitting straight fire at it to take it down. Then, finally, you have Vileplume, and we can take it down to win a pretty easy battle, and I am 1000% sure that crit did not matter at all. You know what? Let's go fight some crime. Giovanni first sends out Onyx, and we now finally have a move to deal with rock types in Psychic, and that makes it go down in one shot. Thank you. Next out is Rhyhorn, and we use Psychic to take it down as well. Last but not least is Kangaskhan, a Pokemon I desperately wish that he would keep in his gym battle, but we Flamethrower it to yellow. It only sets up Tail Whip, and then it goes down. Alright, So we're going to go ahead, grab Fly, and a different Pokemon for Fly, because I'm not about to switch out Aerial Ace. And then from there, we can head back to the tower, and then we'll talk about how Ho-Oh is doing on the way to Fuchsia. The rival starts with Pidgeotto, and Flamethrower takes it down in one go. Wartortle is next, so we swap to Psychic, taking it to Red, and once more it just uses Withdrawal, so down it goes. Growlithe is out, and a single Psychic can take it down, and then finally the Scrambled Eggs go down to a single Aerial Ace. And last up, you have Kadabra, who also goes down to win us the battle, and lets us move on. Alright, now that we are officially midway through the game, we can go ahead and talk about Ho-Oh's performance so far, and honestly, it's not bad. The level up moveset is atrocious, but by the time you get it in the game naturally, it's leveled up enough to at least have access to a couple extra moves. You also, by this time, have plenty of TMs to be able to teach it, because while its leveled up moveset is garbage, the TM list is vast, like I showed you at the beginning of the video here. Going into the back half of the game, I think that it's probably going to be a cakewalk now that we have upgraded moves. The only gym leader that I think won't be a one-shot sweep is probably going to be Blaine, just because he resists our fire attacks, he uses Intimidate for our physical attacks, and I mean, Psychic is good, but he still has somewhat bulky Pokemon. We'll absolutely talk about the Elite Four once we get to that point, but for now, let's go ahead, head over to Koga, and see how we do against him. I'm going to predict that now that we have Psychic, it's going to be a one-shot sweep. So basically, my plan is that we're just going to try to Psychic Blast our way through this and hope for the better. If we get Toxic in the meantime, that could be bad, but we might still be able to finish him off fast enough that it wouldn't matter. So, with Koga, he starts with Coughing, and why didn't he just make this Grimer? Anyway, we take it down in one shot. Next out is Muck, and the Psychic takes it to Yellow, and it sets up Minimize. We miss our next attack, and Sludge connects and does poison us, which honestly, this is best case scenario because it's not toxic. And then we can go ahead and take it down next turn. After that, it's the other Coughing, and we do manage to take it out in one go, which is good because poison damage. Then, finally, it's out to Wheezing, and we take it down in one shot to win the battle and get to move on. Now, from here, we'll go ahead and head to Silphco, and we can level up on some of the trainers, but real talk, I don't think that that'll be needed. Worst case scenario, let's just say the rival beats us. I think all we would have to do is just grab a few vitamins and then fight the trainers blocking them for maybe 1 or 2 levels, but for the most part, I can even see that being overkill. For now, though, we'll go ahead, we'll try our hand at the rival, and just see how that goes. The rival first starts off with Pidgeot, and we open with Psychic, taking it below half as it uses Feather Dance before going down to another Blast. Blastoise is out and Protect stalls, as you do, as we hit it with Psychic for about a quarter damage. Water Gun isn't doing much because it's Water Gun, and it does waste a few turns as we Aerial Ace it. We swap back to Psychic to take it to a Sliver, but even a weak move is still managing to rack up some damage. So we do hit a quick recover, just to be sure that we won't fall to a stray crit before knocking it out. Growlithe comes out, and Psychic takes it to Red, and it uses Takedown. We swap over to Aerial Ace and finish it off. From there, it's out to Execute, and we accidentally click Psychic instead of Flamethrower, but we do correct that next turn and take it out. After that, it's out to Alakazam, and Aerial Ace takes it to Yellow, but it only sets up Future Sight before going down. Alright. Let's go ahead, we'll face Giovanni for the last time because he possibly cannot be the last gym leader that we go against. Nidorino's up first and we take it down with a single shot. And after that, his Rhyhorn is out and we take it down as well. From there, you have Kangaskhan and we swap to Flamethrower, mostly hoping for a burn to nerf its Mega Punch damage and take it to Yellow. But it just uses Rage, so we take it down next turn. Last up is Nidoqueen, and we swap back to Psychic, taking it to Yellow as Tail Whip connects, and then it goes down to win a pretty simple battle. Alright, so we have a little bit of a gym leader gauntlet here, and first on the chopping block is going to be Sabrina. She has speedy Psychic types, but we have enough bulk to survive anything that she throws at us, I'm guessing. Kadabra's up first, and we use Aerial Ace, hitting it for a crit that I doubt mattered, one-shotting it. After that, Mr. Mime is next, who also falls to a one-shot. Venomoth is up, and we swap over to Psychic, taking it down as well, though literally any move we clicked on probably would have worked. And then last up is Alakazam, and Aerial Ace one-shots it as well. Time to head to Cinnabar, and random question. Does anyone know where I may be able to find a cheap, preferably free version of the Pokemon manga? It is so much different than the anime, and I've been wanting to revisit it because I literally haven't touched it since I was a kid. I would honestly even be willing to do a small YouTube docu-series with it, honestly, because I do remember it being really good. The main thing that I actually remember is a Haunter, this giant Haunter, using self-destruct because it would rather off itself than be caught, and then the trainer, Red, I believe, crying because that was his last Ultra Ball that he tried to use on the Haunter, or something to that effect. If you know what I'm talking about, and I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below, but if you know how to get your hands on it, please let me know. For now, though, let's go ahead, we'll go through the Burnt Mansion, and then from there, it's time to see how things go against Blaine. Blaine first starts off with Growlithe, and we open with Psychic, taking it to a Sliver as it uses Takedown, kindly enough finishing itself off. Ponyta comes up next, and we use Psychic, taking it to Red. Stomp does a little bit of damage as Blaine heals up. We take it back to Red. Blaine heals again, but this time we take it to Red as he lets it fall to an Aerial Ace. After that, Rapidash is out, and we swap back to Psychic, taking it below half as it uses Fire Spin for minimal damage and then goes down to Psychic. Last up is Arcanine, and Psychic does not quite half as it uses Takedown for decent damage. We do use Recover to stay healthy as Blaine uses another Takedown. We hit it with Psychic to leave it in the red as it takedowns, and then we take it down with one more Psychic. One more badge to go after denying Bill's Sevi Island's quest. One of these days, I'll probably play through that portion of the game, but I did it when I was a kid and watched Team 4-Star do it, and it is so very much unneeded blow to a game. On to Viridian, and gasp! It's Giovanni running the gym. I should have been an actor. Giovanni first starts with Rhyhorn, and Psychic takes it down in one blast. The next Rhyhorn is out, and we use another Psychic, taking it to Red as it only uses Scary Face. Giovanni heals up, and we take it back to Red, then knock it out with Flamethrower. Dugtrio is next and does outspeed us and hits us with a Slash, and we hit it with Psychic for a one-shot. Nidoqueen is able to outspeed and Body Slam and paralyze us, which pays off immediately. We do hit it next turn to take it to a Sliver as Giovanni heals up, and we stay paralyzed for the next 3 turns before we can finally recover and then swap back to Psychic, taking it down. Nidoqueen was a menace. Nidoking is his last Pokemon, and Thrash does a bit of damage, and Psychic takes it down to win the battle and the final badge. We have one more rival fight before we head into Victory Road, but first, it's time for our anime shopping episodes as we grab some final upgrades. And then after that, we'll go ahead and fight the rival. The rival starts with Pidgeot, and we open with Flamethrower, taking it down with a crit that I don't think we needed. After that, it's out to Blastoise, and we use Psychic for not a lot of damage, but thankfully Water Gun isn't doing much as well. We test Aerial Ace damage, and then... oh no, he uses Rain Dance. We take it to a Sliver, and Water Gun hits hard before we take it down. After that, it is absolutely not safe to heal against Rhyhorn, as we swap back to Psychic and take it down. Then, you have Growlithe, and we use Recover as it sets up Agility, and it uses Takedown. We do take it to Red, and then we knock it out. From there, the eggs get scrambled with a quick Flamethrower, and then last but not least is Alakazam. We Aerial Ace it to below half as it only sets up Calm Mind before going down. Alright, now that we can go ahead and start making our way through Victory Road and onto the Elite Four, we can do a little bit of planning. Lorelei sounds like she could be a problem, because water type. However, we can learn Thunderbolt, which I think we'll rely on for a good portion of the Elite Four. Flamethrower is great, but honestly, I think Thunderbolt is just, it's going to have more that it can do utility-wise. Then, Bruno, well, he could be a dangerous member for probably one of the first times ever, given the fact that he has Onyx and no Rock Tomb. If that hits, I'm sure we'll be hurting, but beyond that, we should be fine. Agatha, that can also be tricky, but as long as her moves remain inaccurate, I think we can make it work, especially since we have Psychic. And then Lance, that's hit or miss. He has some really scary Pokemon, so I could see this taking a while. The final rival's Blastoise can be scary, but that'll all just depends on if he uses Rain Dance, if the inaccurate Hydro Pump hits. There's a lot of iffy parts to that battle. If you can't tell, I tend to write this script as I go along, so even I'm not 100% sure how this is going to end. I know, in my heart of hearts, I know that Ho-Oh is going to be able to pull off a victory. I just don't know at what level, or if we're even going to have to level up some. It just depends on what roadblocks we run into. But for now, let's go ahead, we'll try our luck against Lorelei. We open with Thunderbolt against Dugong and take it below half, and then we can take it down. After that, it's out to Cloyster, and it's a pretty easy one-shot as well. Lapras is next, and we can take it to almost half, as Surf does a good chunk of damage. We take it to yellow, but we smack ourselves, and ultimately, even though we do stall the best we can, the luck lines up for her, and we go down. About 10 attempts in, we could take Dugong down in 2 shots, and then Cloyster wastes some time before going down. As Lapras comes out, we take it to almost half, and it naturally uses Confuse Ray. This time we get lucky, breaking through immediately and hitting with a Thunderbolt that takes it down. We do decide to play it safe against Slowbro and attack it as well, though when we take it down we only have 50 HP. We hit Jinx with Aerial Ace as it misses its attack, and then we take it down to win the battle. It was sloppy, but you know what? It's a win. Now let's go ahead and try to fight Bruno. Bruno first sends out Onix, and we get hit with Rock Tomb, and we take it to yellow, then knock it out. Hitmonchan comes out, and a Psychic takes it to yellow as it sets up counter. Sky Uppercut actually does some solid damage as we recover, but then knock it out. Machamp comes out, and we hit it to half with Psychic as it actually lands a pretty decent cross chop. And then I remember Aerial Ace is a thing, and I just take it down. Hitmonlee misses its Mega Kick as we heal up for safety. Another Mega Kick connects for solid damage, and we take it down. And then finally you have Onix, and it's just using Double Edge as we take it to yellow, and then it just uses Double Edge again before going down. On to Agatha. Agatha first sends out Gengar, and we open with Psychic, taking it to yellow as it sets up Double Team, but we connect our next Psychic anyway. Golbat is out next, and we use Thunderbolt, taking it to red, paralyzing it, and then Agatha heals. We bring it back to red and actually paralyze it again before taking it down. It's out to Arbok, and we take it to yellow with Psychic as it hits a Sludge Bomb and then goes down to Thunderbolt. Gengar is out next, and it misses Hypnosis as Psychic takes it to yellow. After that, it opts for Sludge Bomb, which does good damage before it goes down. And then last up is Haunter, who is a one-shot with Psychic, winning us the battle. Totally not on our 8th attempt. No, sir. Now here's the one that I am truly worried about fighting. Lance. Lance first sends out Gyarados, and that's a simple one-shot. Next out is Aerodactyl, and that's a simple one-shot on us. Yeah, we do try this battle a lot to see if it's a speed tie, if we can one-shot it if we have the Quick Claw attached, and the answer is no. When we finally do get past it, the Dragonite at the end is able to take us down pretty handily. As always, this late into the video, I'm just going to go ahead and have some of the failed attempts playing into the background while I ramble for a bit. This takes a long time and a few more levels than what I was hoping for, with a legendary especially, but given how well the game went in the back half up until this point, I can't say that I'm too upset, because at the end of the day we are going against pretty powerful Pokemon. At level 70, both the Gyarados and the Aerodactyl are a one-shot each with Thunderbolt. Now the issue is the Dragonair that's out next, because we can't one-shot it, and it somehow always manages to land a Thunder Wave. We do take it down pretty quickly this time though. Then, the next Dragonair is working on whittling our HP down, and we do manage to heal up before taking it down. Then you have Dragonite, and we Psychic it, lowering its special. It does hit a Hyper Beam as we stay paralyzed, but manage to recover on the recharge turn, and then barely take it down to finally win this battle. One more battle to go. Pidgeot is up first, and we open with Thunderbolt, taking it down on one shot. Next out is Blastoise, and we use Thunderbolt, taking it to red as it sets up Rain Dance. The berry does take it out of healing range, so then it goes down. Rhydon comes out, and we use Psychic, taking it to yellow and lowering its special. It hits hard with Rock Tomb before we take it down. The Alakazam is a little bit safer for us to heal against, and it just uses Reflect as we take it to yellow, then take it down after getting hit with Psychic. Executor is next, we use Aerial Ace, as Egg Bomb actually does solid damage. We do heal up and Reflect wears off, so we take it down with one more Aerial Ace. Last up is Arcanine, and we do take it to half, but Extreme Speed is actually doing some pretty solid damage. So what we do is we just stall out those 5 attacks with Recover. As it uses Bite, we take it to a Sliver, but lower its special. The rival does heal, but 2 more Psychics are enough to take it down to win the battle, and the run. Alright everyone, I hope that you enjoyed that particular run as we start a little bit of a legendary streak with this channel. I know some legendaries aren't the most exciting to watch, but getting to use ones like this that have immediate drawbacks is kind of fun. Frustrating, but fun. For next week, I think we'll go ahead and finish out the duo of the 2 Gen birds and have ourselves a Lugia challenge. If you have any other suggestions of other runs you want to see me do, probably not until the fall, because again, kiddo's out of school, I gotta make videos while I can. Make sure to go ahead and drop them into the comments below. The Discord is always open, probably gonna have a movie night sometime this summer. And speaking of, I hope that you're all enjoying the start of summer, whether or not you have kids. If anything changes with the videos, or I find myself with some extra time, I'll be sure to let you know, most likely in the Discord first. But for now, if you liked the video, even if you didn't like the video, hit the like and subscribe button, because it really does help me out. And until next time, everybody, peace out!